Welcome to the Secor Show. I'll be your host, the Happy Wanderer. Today's episode is The Climb in the series Homelessness. There I was walking the path, and I got to the climb. The climb starts different for everyone, and it is associated with skill set, experience, and where you are along your path. It can be gradual or with a slight incline. Some have steep climbing with a lot of baggage and barriers, and some have a rock wall to scale. It is one of the reasons I like rope so much. You can always throw a line down or behind to help those following you, or simply catch you if you fall. Along the path and in the valley, I made calls and had appointments to set up the events this week. It started with heading to the Fauquier Free Clinic to use my newly acquired Medicaid. I mean, the free clinic is available if you do not have this, but it speeds up the process. The main reason I was there was to see the dentist, as I have not seen one in 4 years before hiking the Appalachian Trail. I knew it was time. I got there promptly when they opened at 9 a.m. The dentist directed me downstairs to go through the proper desk for intake. They were all friendly women who provided me with a clipboard with some documents to fill out. I went pretty quickly, and by 9:45 a.m. I was at the computer. While I was sitting there reading the documents, and it explained the services they offer: medical, mental health, and dentistry, as well as referrals to specialists. I knew I would be walking back up the stairs to schedule the dentist, but figured what the heck, might as well schedule an appointment with the doctor. By the time I left that day, I had scheduled a complete dental checkup for the following morning at 8 a.m. I had also scheduled an appointment for 11 a.m. on Wednesday to see the doctor. The following morning would start early: a good breakfast, beard and nose hair trim, brushing my teeth, and shower out of respect for the dentist. I got there a little early. I believe I was the first appointment of the day. All the women were amazing, extremely courteous, kind, and non-judgmental. I sat there patiently as the nurse x-rayed my mouth, always uncomfortable having the x-ray thing moved around in your mouth. The doc came in and looked at the x-rays. I have always found that I prefer women, for the most part, in providing me services related to my health. They are just more nurturing. She was an amazing doctor, very courteous. Overall, my mouth looked healthy, but due to my lack of annual cleanings and the failure to floss the last couple of years, I had acquired gum disease and two cavities that needed to be filled. I knew I had gum disease as my teeth bled regularly when I brushed. She explained the cause and the importance of flossing. I am 35 years old. These are the first cavities and will be my first fillings. We scheduled an appointment for two teeth cleanings, half a month each time, half a month mouth each time, and two separate filling appointments. The initial appointment was easy and quick. The next four appointments are not till February and March. She recommended I get back to a healthy flossing regimen, as she could tell I've been pretty faithful most of my life. Now, Wednesday, I had scheduled my doctor's appointment for no other reason to see what services they provide and inquire about mental health services. In my past 4 years, I have been accused by different family members and friends of having mental health issues due to the path and choices I have made. They are very different from theirs and their life they live, so they have judged me harshly for this. I knew I had no mental health issues and was very aware of the choices I had made over the past 4 years. They were made out of sound judgment, faith, goodwill, belief, and hope for the most part. I mean, no one is without events, traumas, reactions, emotions, facing consequences and or benefit from each choice they make. I figured talking with the doctor about my concerns and inquire about services might benefit everyone involved. We had a really good conversation, and she was very impressed with my coping mechanisms and how well I could articulate my thought process, needs, and desires. She provided me a referral to talk with a mental health counselor down the hall, and she introduced me personally about 10 minutes later. I sat down with two other women in the mental health counselor's office, and they explained their services and provided guidance. The referral I was given by the doctor was I was dealing with extreme stress from family relationships. I provided insight on my family and relationship issues and how I believe these were headed into a toxic direction if they had not already. And I wanted to develop a healthy way to interact with specific valued relationships. After talking with the mental health counselor, they recommended I set an appointment with their family and relationship counselors. The services will be provided by Amwell. This provides a unique platform for families and relationships to solve communication and issues virtually, allowing people to be comfortable in their own spaces. So say I have an issue with my mother and I wanted to go and talk about it. Instead of us being in the same room, they would be separated. That way, it could be easily broken off and the counselor could address each person separately and re-engage. It actually revolutionizes the way counseling can be done for mediators and mitigation aspects, as most of the times it's the environment, the energy the two individuals give off. The counselors provided me a list of different family and relationship counselors, their backgrounds and methods. We then went through the picture and profile database for each. After going through the list, I gravitated to the first one, an African American woman based out of Newport News, in which I looked forward to our first appointment on December 5th. I was told that if for any reason I did not feel comfortable with the therapist, we could continue to search till we found the right fit. Also, if for any reason I no longer qualified for the services through the free clinic, they would help me develop a transition plan, continue appointments until goals were met and a healthy transition was made. I like morning and afternoon segments as they allow one to begin the day putting their lives in perspective, go about their day, and finish with grounding them. Maybe it will lead them to communicate their own bottom, their valley, their rise, their path, their climb. As I said, everybody's is different. Welcome to the climb. Tune in at 5 p.m.